Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM. Hope you're all doing very well and having a nice day. So this is my second video bit of footage that I made from Lamma 2024 a couple of days ago. This is most of the stage event that took place at Lamma in the evening at the community meetup that was organised for us all. This is another little bit of an apology, just because, as I say, I've got most of it. This is a new camera that I bought a few weeks ago, specifically to take with me to the Lamma event. It's a GoPro, and for some reason, it was overheating every now and again. Now, it did get used all day long. You know, it got a workout during the day, I must admit, because it was busy a lot. But for some reason, because the community event on stage, you know, it went on for quite a while. I was sitting there filming the thing, hoping to get just the whole thing in one lump, but that didn't happen. It was stopping recording and then telling me, "Oh, camera is getting too hot," you know, this, that, and the other. So, which frustrated me a bit because it's a brand new camera and it was particularly expensive. And but yeah, and it wasn't that warm in there. It was a big airy room, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so what I've done is I've put what I've got together on for this video. At the minute, without having put it together properly, it is about 30 or 40 minutes long. Unfortunately, the very end bit did get missed off because of the camera shutting off. I was sitting there for ages just holding it in the air, having to hold one arm with my other arm just to keep it steady. And every now and again, as I say, it would just flash up and say camera is overheating. So I had to, you know, stop and fiddle around with it. But anyway, as I say, I've put what I have got together in a video for those of you who weren't able to attend Lamma. It's there for you to watch. As I say, most of it. I do apologise that the very end bit has been missed off, and between a few of the clips, obviously it'll just fade in, it'll fade out, and then it'll join on. But hopefully, what I've been able to put together, you'll enjoy. You'll be able to see, obviously, these legends on stage just talking and chatting and having a great time and answering questions from the audience. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
You know, for people that speak into a microphone for a living, you're not very good at it.
No, I'm not very good. I'll get it figured out by the end of the night. It'll be fine.
Just right on the chin, right there.
Yeah.
So it's perfect? Good. All right.
Anyhow, so also another thing too, please don't wander around. If you're here for this, stay here. If you wander off, you'll be removed most likely and you won't be able to get back here. If you need to use the bathrooms are right here, so that's the furthest you should need to wander. So yeah, just stay right in this area here. Also, big thank you to G-Portal for paying for the shirts that you guys are wearing right now. So big thank you, big round of applause to them. If I move it, I'll forget to put it back, so I can't clap. It'll be game over for me. I have a list, always I'll forget to say things, so. I also want to thank all the creators that you have on the back of the shirts that you have, the fans. Yep, there we go, look at that. That's fantastic. I'm just gonna read it from this direction, just so, oh, it's broken, we broke it. But I wanted to thank you to Disturb Simulations, The Average Viking, FARMERSIM Snowy, Twin Cam Gaming, Robert Scythe Gaming, or Scythe Farmer, FarmSim Guy, Virtual Farmer, Mr. Silly Pete, DJ Go Him, and then, oh, I guess I'm here too. I'm Farmer Cop, if you don't know who I am, but I'm not that important. So, anyhow, so what to expect for tonight? Hang out in this area. Anyone that's wearing a red shirt is either a moderator or one of those content creators I just mentioned. So go harass them, ask them questions. Yeah, and Mrs. Silly Pete wants to be talked to as well, so make sure. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, go talk to all of us. We're very approachable. The thing I think you'll find tonight, which I think is a big deal, is that the personalities that we have online or on our channels is exactly how we are in person. We're just a bunch of dudes and gals that play Farming Simulator. So we're very down to earth. So if you want a picture with any of us, just come take a picture with us. If you want to talk to any of us about anything, just come talk to us. So we're very open to any of that. So in terms of what's going to happen tonight, the raffle tickets are going around. If you don't get a raffle ticket in about 20 minutes, go find the people that have the bowl, wherever they're at. I think they're over there right now. But yeah, so we have a ton of giveaways. I bought a bunch of merch, so if you're not a fan of my channel, that's okay. You don't have to take that prize.
And nobody told me to bring any merch, so I raided the Lego store.
So we will also give away all these, which is great. I got some coffee over there as well. Yeah, we have a ton of giveaways. So I think we have like 30 or 40 prizes. So a lot of people will win, which is really fun. So be excited about that. At about 5:50 or 6 o'clock, we're gonna play a 10-minute video that just was put together by all those creators I mentioned, special for this event. So we're gonna play that. And then a few of us after that are gonna get up on stage, and you guys have the opportunity to ask us any questions that you have if you didn't have a chance to ask us those questions already. And then we're just gonna hang out and have a good time. So yeah, any questions? No, just kidding. So, but yeah, anything to add, DJ?
We are all here to celebrate Farming Simulator. You love it, we love it. The video game has brought everybody in this room together from all around the world. So big shout out, thank you to Giant Software, thank you to the content creators, most importantly, thank you to you guys, because we can't do what we do without you. So we are here to celebrate you guys today. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, as cheesy as it sounds, we really wouldn't be here without the community that's brought us all together. And I am confident that I can say there is no better gaming community out there than the Farming Simulator community, period. So I think I can say that with a lot of confidence. So yeah.
And that's it?
That's it.
So what are we doing right now?
Right now, you guys are going to enjoy yourselves, walk around or don't if you don't want to. Talk to anyone in a red shirt. I'm going to make sure you guys split up so you're not all in one corner. So yeah, go make friends if you're wearing a red shirt. But that's what we're going to do right now, and then we'll have another announcement probably about 5:30, give you guys an update with where we're at. Okay?
And Mr. Silly P's right over there.
Mr. Silly P, raise your hand.
Rock and roll, let's do it.
Let's do it. My part of the video yet, even so TJ recorded me.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah. So it made it. So we're all good. But not my best, not my brightest moment for sure. But yeah, anyone have any questions for any of us? Yeah. Yes. There's a microphone that'll come to you as well if you have a question.
Hi everyone. Firstly, thank you for putting this together. Appreciate this came from you guys, so thank you very much. Secondly, outside of GPS and courseplay, what mod do you not live without? Let's get like a general consensus, like 2 mods you couldn't live without. No GPS, no courseplay.
I'll start because, so purely from a making vids and doing a YouTube content creation piece, easy dev. And I know you all cheat with it, so don't say you don't. Easy dev is easy dev, awesome. Apart from this man. Yeah, unfortunately I can't use it on console, so these guys have it a lot easier. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. But yeah.
All right, since he took easy dev, I'll do power tools and real speed limit.
Manual attach. If I don't have manual attach on a save, I jump out the tractor and then wonder why I can't attach my trailer. I've got so used to having that mod that I just, yeah. And it happens on my multiplayer all the time, my community multiplayer, because people will see me jump out the tractor and then swear under my breath and then jump back in the tractor and disable whatever, disconnect wherever it is.
Definitely easy dev. I think for any content creator that's pretty much top of the list. And the Case Magnum, the Case Magnum that's on model. That's one of the best tractors that, yeah. Best one there is for crossplay, so 100%.
Is he still here? Is Mark Claw still here?
Yeah.
Right. For me then, it's quick bail. Because if you watch a lot like him, you know what I'm doing bailing contracts. And that thing, wow. Like I said, I'm not bitter, but I don't know if easy dev, right?
Anyone else? Question?
What was your best stream or best event from Farming Simulator?
Oh, best stream or event? I think this has officially topped it, but I think that's the answer that we'll probably all give. But I do also really enjoy going to FarmCon. I think that's really fun as well.
I think I've got two. I probably shouldn't do two, but I did one quite a few years ago now, and I entitled it the Dream Stream. And I got invited to take part in a stream with DJ Goham and a few of the other guys, and I couldn't have been more excited to be part of all that. It was just absolutely amazing, and I loved it. But for me, it was FarmCon last year in July, because I got to meet these guys in person for the first time, and it was just incredible. And then that led to this. So it was just such an important thing. So I absolutely think FarmCon last year.
Nice. I think I'm the same, but the other way around for me. FarmCon's great every year, but it's very, I hope Giant's not listening, it's very German. So all the love you guys. But I think what's nice today is it's the English speaking, it's the UK community, and we've not been able to do this up until now. So this has been a wonderful day. Like for us, it's been really special to meet some of you guys, and so thanks for the support. Best stream was very recently actually. I did an episode of The Contractor Live, and I got 16 of the community to come and play online with me, and we had over 600 people watching, which is nuts. So that was amazing as well. So, but yeah, this has been a very special day. So thank you.
So I'm going to elaborate on the All-Star stream that we did. You should never record videos after you've been drinking, because you will say like, oh, Mr. Silly B will never say yes to doing a live stream, so I've got 100 subscribers, I'm gonna invite him to a live stream. There's no way he'll say yes. And he contacted me and said yes, and I never drank and recorded again. Best one for me had to be when I went to Volvo last year, 2 years ago I think at this point now. I got to take a look at all the Volvo equipment and the Platinum equipment, and it was so funny because I told them, I was like, there's no way there's a logging DLC. It has to be digging, excavators, it has to be something like that. And Lars said, nope, it's logging. It turned out to be great, so there you go.
Best event for me, I loved FarmCon last year, and after missing the previous year, to get to go out to FarmCon last year was great. But FarmCon 18 was insane. It was me and Simulate, and we got invited out by Giants to do this little thing called the Farming Simulator Challenge, and I would not be on stage casting the Farming Simulator League today if I hadn't said yes to that. If I'd hesitated and not sent the reply email saying, yes, I'd love to do that, and ended up at FarmCon 18. And the two of us just had a blast that entire weekend. I think we might have been the first English content creators to go to FarmCon. And it was just the most incredible. And every time ever since I've said to any content creator or anybody actually who's a FarmSim fan who I've met, I said, go to FarmCon. You will not regret going, because it is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, go to FarmCon. Absolutely, it is awesome. Yeah, completely and utterly. I mean, it is. Yeah, and so last year I enjoyed FarmCon so much when I went in 2018. When I had the chance to go again last year, I turned around to my brother, who's standing over there, and I said, you're coming with me. And I bought his plane ticket, I did the hotel, and I said, you're coming with me because I want you there with me, I want you to experience this. And he's coming again with me this year, and it's fantastic. Best stream I ever did was, after that, I got invited by Giants to do the launch of FS19. And again, me and Simulate, a week at Giants office in Erlangen, we were recording stuff of FS19 pre-release during the day, and we were streaming every evening. So many people hated me in those streams. We had 25,000 people watching, and I am driving around in a TX32 Combine because we had one of those, and I drove one of those on the farm, and everybody was swearing because they wanted me to go and look at something else, anything else, and spend 2 hours in that Combine. But I loved that week. Those streams were just amazing.
Favourite event is easy. This is my first one. This has absolutely blown my mind. I've met so many amazing people. Got to see so many amazing things. So yeah, this is my favourite event. My favourite stream is the one I got away with. Every next one is the best one, so, you know.
All right, next question. Where are we at?
Behind you,
Oh, right. Oh, they're everywhere.
Yo, Tab will probably heard me ask this quite a lot, and I ask it to most people I know who do farm sim. What's your most favourite thing to do and the worst thing to do on a farm?
My favourite thing is silage, the whole process start to finish. I love it doing it on the community farm, and we get so many of us involved. We have such big fields, and it's a great team event. My least favourite is planting the field because it just takes so long.
So after my last answer, it will come as no surprise to anybody that I like to be behind the wheel of a combine harvester. If it's a brand new combine harvester, that's even better. No! But yeah, if I'm behind the wheel of combine, I spent many summers on my dad's farm, carting and being on the combine, and if I can get back to that place, then I absolutely love it. Worst thing to do? I don't have a worst thing to do in FARMERSIM. It's really weird, but there's grapes? No, I enjoyed doing a vineyard. I did an entire series that was just a vineyard.
You can say that. It's all right.
No, I know. There's nothing. Poplars.
So favorite thing to do has got to be mowing. Everybody knows I like to do oats and grass. So we'll go with that. And least favorite thing to do would have to be anything the right way. 3 meter cultivating. There you go, right there.
I think I'm with Average Viking. Got to be the whole silage process. Love doing that. I think that comes from growing up on a farm, doing silage a lot. Least favourite, potatoes.
This is an easy one for me, but it could end in divorce. We'll see how this works out. Mrs. Silly P is in the back there. If you watched any of my videos, I often talk about her. She's been in a few videos with me, and I have to say, best and worst at the same time. Doing multiplayer with Mrs. Silly P, teaching her to play the game. I love, because we laugh and we muck around and it's brilliant, and it's the most frustrating thing I think I've ever done. When she said to me, I'm better than an AI worker, I did have to pause and think, you're not really. So, best and worst, Mississippi Pin, absolutely.
Yeah, I told Mr. Silly P he can move in with me after that, if that doesn't work out, so. I think for me, my favorite part, and this isn't like a specific activity, but I like to take a farm or land and I like to build a farm up from scratch. I like to build it the way I want it to be. I like the business management aspect of the game. I love doing that. The worst, that might be sugarcane. Poplar is a close second. That might be tied. Yeah, I don't use those. Yeah. But I think that's for me. Any other questions? Oh yeah, we do.
What's everyone's favorite map?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah. So I don't, no offense to anyone, hopefully. I think for me, and I know this is probably not the most popular opinion, I think my favorite map has to be No Man's Land. I think that's the map that I've played the most on. I built multiple farms on it. I have a series that goes over 100 episodes in that, and I just love that map, and I love playing on it, and I love building on it, and doing just everything, just building everything on it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. So for me, that's my favorite.
I think for me, and this is not, I'm not sucking up, I promise I'm not sucking up, Stone Valley. Because if you watch my channel a lot, I like to do British maps. I like to do small fields, tight lanes, hedges, that kind of thing. When I did my Stone Valley Let's Play, I loved the map. I loved the fact I got to use big machinery, do something different that I didn't normally do. And people loved that Let's Play. So for me, absolutely, Stone Valley in a heartbeat.
It is impossible to pick one. So I'm going to go with one that was a series for me that kind of really escalated the channel when I was in FS19, and that was Flint Hills. And I wish it came back for 22, and unfortunately it hasn't. But that was, it was a moment in time when the channel really took off, and a lot of people watched that. So Flint Hills for me in 19, but that doesn't count because it's 22 now. So I'm going to pick a second one, which is Elk Mountain for my Surviving Wyoming series, because again, just had so much fun pulling that series together on the map that it kind of sticks in my mind as one of my favorite maps.
So as an American, you would think I would pick an American map, but it's not. It's a UK map, Coniston Farm. Absolutely love it. Keep going back to it. I've got a little series off screen that I like to play, and it's literally just hours and hours and hours. But Stone Valley's in there. It definitely is.
So all-time favorite FARMERSIM map is Cobra Park Farm. It is just such a wonderful map, and I was very fortunate that Bullet Bill invited me to have a walk around it, the real life one a few years ago, and it is so accurate as well. It is my favorite map, bar none in FARMERSIM. Unfortunately, it's not been in FARMERSIM since FS17. I did my first realism experiment on there, so it holds a special place in my heart. FS22, the map that I keep going back to and I keep recommending to everybody else is Attingham Park. It is a beautiful map. Again, it's somewhere that I managed to go and visit in person. And again, it is so accurate to the location it is, and it's so customizable as well. Every single farm on that map you can rework to how best works for you, and I love maps that do that. That is brilliant. 100 episodes on it, and the only reason I stopped was because people were watching less, not because I wanted to stop playing it. I'd have still been playing that map now if I could. It's brilliant.
I will also second Attingham Park. In 19, it was the map that made me fall in love with FARMERSIM. It was the first time I put anything on that wasn't base game, and I'd struggled, swore, shouted, and then I got onto that and I suddenly realised why the game was so fun, why it was so relaxing, why you can spend hours doing it. That goes for 19 and for 22 because it came in for 22, but I will also say Riverview. I have sunk so much time into that map, and I have stopped it, left it, and gone back and played it again from scratch, and it's just developed into a completely different farm every time. So I'm not kissing it up. It's because genuinely it's a beautiful map. So.
Do we have another question?
Hi guys, how can we get more women playing? How can we get more?
Get in there.
That's a really good question. It's so how can we get more women playing FARMERSIM? And it's one of those things where I've come across a few female content creators. There are a few on Twitch who are absolutely brilliant. And I try and encourage people in their direction. And I genuinely think that is a really good way of doing it. If you come across a female content creator who's good and brings their own perspective to the game, as all of us do, I say push them forward, recommend them to people. One of the ones who I love is Ultrasaurus. She's lovely. She's done stuff with giants, and I feel that some of the female players in FARMERSIM need a bit more recognition. And yeah, so whenever I quite often. When I'm finishing my streams on Twitch, I will raid into some of the female creators I know, and obviously they know who I am, and I've said ahead of time because that is a thing on Twitch. So yeah, I try to push that aspect of the creator community forward when I encounter someone like that.
I'm just going to do a big shout out for Mrs. Sim Gaming, who actually asked the question, who's just started a channel and is doing some really, really good stuff. So Mrs. Sim Gaming, go check her out because she is really cool, and she reached out to me and we've chatted a lot about kind of how I developed my channel and tips and advice and stuff like that. So Mrs. Sim Gaming, you're doing a great job, keep it up. And the channel's growing really quickly, so well done.
Yeah, I think that covers it. I think just pushing that community as much as possible, and I think that we need more creators that are female content creators to push it more, and I think that'll help make it, I think that'll help push that community, because I don't think it's any secret to any of us up here that our main demographic is male. So I don't think there's no secret about that. So yeah, I think that's the main thing that would push it. Yeah, another question?
Dave! Yeah, I really should have done that, did I? Even my daughter, Celia G, who got me into the game and was playing with me, I pushed her so much. Lars pushed her. Get into it, do some content. She was good at it. She loved doing it and she was natural. And every time I asked her, she did that teenager thing, oh, I don't know if I want to do it. You know, you get to a point where I can't keep pushing her. I don't know what the trick is. I don't know how to go about it. But when the women in my life have done it, they love it. They're good at it. There are plenty of women out there that play. Just start recording, like all of us did. Just say, you know what, hit the record button and put it out there. Just do it. I think that's the thing. Just have a go. Why not?
Yeah, see, there's also, I think that's another thing too. I have several female coworkers that are police officers of mine that all play the game as well, but they don't watch YouTube videos on it or anything like that. They're not involved in the community at all. So I think there's probably more than we know of, but I think it'd be cool to see more of that kind of come to the forefront for sure. But yeah, any other questions, or Dave, do you have another comment?
Hi. So, tractors are the main, the heart and soul of FARMERSIM. You can probably guess what my favorite tractor brand is. But what are your favorite tractor brands?
My moderator's looking at me because he wants me to say his favorite brand, which is JCB, but I have to say it's not mine. For me, it's tough. I think I've used a lot of Massey Ferguson's, and I really like Massey, but I go back to a lot of times, John Deere and Case. I think those three are the ones that I use the most. I think, yeah, those are the three right there. But I also I'm less worried about what the tractor, this is a very unpopular opinion, I'm less worried about what the tractor brand is. I usually look at the horsepower, the value, what it can do for me, how easy it is to work in the game. So like one of my favorite base game tractor period is the Fendt 1050. It's just amazing. But yeah, that's what I got.
What he actually meant to say was he just picks it by the colour. He just loves the colour. That's all it is. I think when you're making content, you try to, in each Let's Play, maybe try and use different stuff. And you try to use a range of different machinery as you're playing through your Let's Plays. That being said, Fendt 1050. I love Fendt, and the 1050 is a monster. And it's just a brilliant looking tractor as well, so for me, Fendt all day long.
Too many to choose, if I'm being honest. I'm pretty agnostic when it comes to tractors, but there's some stuff I always go back to. John Deere 8R and 7R are two that I use a lot. If I'm going for older equipment, grew up on a farm using Ford tractors in the 90s, so the 7610 that's on the mod hub, and if you're talking about off mod hub, the TW15, because when I grew up, my FSG senior over there, filming at the back, we had the first TW15 in the UK with a front hitch. So the fact that I've got that in game now is a little bit of nostalgia for me.
Oh, this is a tough one for me as well. So I grew up driving international. I own a Kubota, and I work with John Deere. So, so it just depends on the day, the week, the year. I love them all, just love tractors. Right now, John Deere. Tomorrow, maybe Kubota. We'll see. I have a hard time choosing. Love them all.
So, grew up, no, David Brown.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where's my David Brown? I want a good David Brown mod in FARMERSIM. Doesn't exist. Yeah, so David Brown, Ford, grew up driving 10 Series Fords and 40 Series Fords. Just absolutely love those. Modern tractor is New Holland. I love the T7 New Holland. The short wheelbase version of it is a cracking tractor. If it goes much over 200 horsepower though, I'm not interested. That's way too powerful.
I don't really have a favourite brand. I will crash anything you put me into, it's not a problem. However, my favourite tractor is the one that gets the job done. 100%. Another question?
Yeah, can you tell me a brand that's not there but you'd like to be there? Oh, a brand what is not there, what you'd like to be there.
Brand? Which brand do you want in a game?
Which brand do we want in the game? Mikhail. I looked around today and saw some pretty amazing stuff there. And he was one of the ones that really stuck out. But yeah.
I was going to say, if you want to see Mikhail in the game, ask them on the stand, because I think they need a little bit of convincing. Yeah, if you want to see Mikhail, let them know that as FARMERSIM fans, you want to see them in the game. Because I think if enough people were to turn around and go to them, why aren't you in FARMERSIM? We'd really like to see you in FARMERSIM. You might end up seeing Mikhail in the game. For me, the answer to this question, I think I've already answered. Where's my David Brown?
We'll have to go USA back for this one again. So everybody always asks in the comment section, trucks, where's Chevy, where's Dodge, where's Ford? Mazda Miata. Don't talk about my car like that. So that's what I think. Ford out of all of those would probably be the one to go to, because you could get old tractors, you could get trucks, something like that. So I think definitely Ford would have to be it for me.
Stole my thunder, Ford as well. Totally agree. Yeah.
VF Nick, mine was going to be McHale. I love doing grass work, and seeing the McHale stuff today, I walked past thinking, I love that stuff. It looks brilliant. And a lot of the real world farmers that I watch run stuff like that. So yeah, McHale, I think would be brilliant.
So I know we currently have lizard. I would like to see something like salamander, something new. Created, maybe turtle. I think we need more reptiles, is what I think we need. Very underrepresented, so I think that would be good. I didn't have a brand, so that was what I came up with while it worked its way down. I do like, I think really cool, the Ford tractors are really cool as well, so I think I'll just jump on that bandwagon and call it good. But, yeah, and obviously salamander, yeah. Anyhow, another question?
Hello.
Yeah.
So it's the season of High Giants when is next FARMERSIM game. So to not do speculation, but to talk about what we might want to see, what new gameplay mechanic would you want to see in the next FARMERSIM game that isn't there? So feature or gameplay mechanic that's not in the game.
That's to pick. No, I don't.
Didn't you just make a video on that?
Yeah, but there's so many things in there. How do I choose one? Yeah, that's really difficult. I think for me, actually, I'm going to go with this. I think this would be good. I think I would like to see an overhaul to like the management portion of the menu. I think there should be a little bit easier breakdown of finance, where your goods are, time-saving stock type things.
Yeah.
Where there we are. Okay. Yeah. So I think since I really enjoy the business management aspect of the game, I'd like to see more breakdown into that and make that a little bit easier. And productions are fantastic, but if you have 100 productions on your map, allegedly, but if you have a lot of them going, it sometimes is more difficult to find which ones. So I'd like to almost organize them into folders or something like that to make it a little easier, just to kind of make the menus a little bit more organized. Or a big thing is, sorry, now I'm just going, but I think you should be able to search in the store for a specific thing if you're looking for it, or something like that, or organized by horsepower, or organized by something like that. I know there's some mods out there that help that, but I think that should be a base game feature. I think that'd be cool.
I think random breakdown of machinery. I think you watch a lot of people online, real farmers, and they're doing the preventative maintenance. They'll be out in the field and something goes wrong. I think that being completely random, that you can be out doing something and your vehicle breaks down. You've either got to get out and repair it, you've got to get it back and repair it, and doing preventative maintenance will make a big difference in that not happening. I think that would be quite an immersive thing to add into the game.
How long's the list? Wow. For me, I think more environmental stuff, more impact when it rains, more impact damage on crops. I'm not going to say dynamic terrain, because I know how hard that is to implement, and DJ will say it. But yeah, more, I think, like we all know we're like British. The weather has such an impact on farming, on the way that you farm in the UK. So I would love to see more impact of what happens with the weather, more random events, things like that happening that can have a real impact. Maybe even impacts yields of crops. So if you have a really wet summer, the yield of the crops drops and things like that. But we shall see.
So I was going to go with random breakdowns and ways to tow your vehicles out and things like that. And then I was going to go with deformable terrain and things like that. But what I would like to see is more unrealistic and just fun mods on consoles, more script mods on consoles, things like that to be... I would like all the fun stuff that you could do on PC and just have a great time. I'd like to be console players to be able to do that as well. That way I can play on console some more instead of having to do all the stuff on PC. That'd be a lot of fun.
I've spoken about this quite extensively, I think, in some of my streams. I really want to see a pasture system. So the idea being that rather than placing down an area that is an animal area or something like that, you have a grass field and you can place a water trough in it, and then it will take animals. And then you can place a feeding trough in it for cows, and then it will only take cows. Or then you could also add a feeding trough for sheep, and it would also do sheep, and so you could then have mixed animals on a field if you wanted to. And if you wanted to place a building down that was a cow building that had the feeding stuff in it and the manure in it and everything like that, you'd place it on a grass field, and that grass field would then be the pasture for that building. And then you could place several pastures on your map really easily. And maps like Fairhead then become a pasture animal grazing map rather than a map where you make tons of silage for one little animal shed in the middle of your map. So I would really like to see an overhaul of that system and have animals as something that you build modularly in a pasture. I think that would be so cool.
I had a list in my head, and 3 of them got ticked off on the way down. So it leaves me with one, and myself and my guys have talked about quite a lot, which would be bigger maps across the board. I think one thing that came through on the video that we all did, that community and playing with others is a massive thing. Some of the best times I've had have been on a 4x map, and I'd like to see that come to crossplay. I think as consoles are developing and stuff, I think they're about ready to start coping with it, and I'm hoping that will happen sooner rather than later.
It's getting a little bit late. I think we've got time for one more question. Jos? Yeah, one right over here. We're on your time. It's fine. It's fine. Whoever you think likes pancakes more, obviously.
Hi. So, who is your favourite content creator for Farming Sim, and why? And you can't say yourself.
I'm going to really sound like I'm sucking up now, but I had this conversation earlier around the back. The person who actually got me into Farming Sim and helped me have the confidence to start doing streaming just over 2 years ago was Mr. Sealy P. I have watched everyone on here as I've developed, and today's blown my mind. I don't know how I ended up here, how I ended up sat here, and I have worshipped the ground these guys have walked on from afar, and I've been looking, I've met a few and we've done some things and stuff like that, but meeting everybody here, I didn't sleep last night and I have spent half the day I had a picture taken with Mr. Sealy P, and my watch told me I was nearly dead, so yeah. So there you go, Mr. Sealy P.
Oh God,
You've been around a while.
I've been doing this nearly 8 years now. This is such a hard question. Whether it's Landy Kid, who first inspired me to do this, whether it's Daggerwin, who gave me a shout out and boosted my channel massively, whether it's all these guys who are just such great friends, and as I've watched each one of them have their subs go past me, has still gone, we love you, you're awesome. You know, we want you to be part of the group, even as I'm sort of very slowly going up. I can't pick one person. Every content creator I've ever worked with, or ever spoken to, or even ever watched, has just been amazing and welcoming and wonderful. And I wouldn't want to pick between any of them, because I can't. and of course Reaver, who you should all be following.
Well, I'll pick one. It's Mr. Silly P. That one's easy. No, I was watching him. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without the inspiration from him, seeing his mod videos and thinking, I love the way he does it. I just wish it was a little bit different.
Yeah, just get stuck in and have a go. Honestly, you won't regret it.
I just want to, there's a few people in the room, and I said earlier on about the guys that set all this up, Yoss for doing the website, for organising it, for Giants and Class for jumping on board and being so kind of proactive and helping us, G-Portal for sponsoring and jumping on board, Dave, the guys here that organised it all and did everything, FSG for the design for the tops and stuff like that. But there's some people in the room that I think we all want to give a massive shout out to and a massive thanks to, and I'm going to forget someone, I know I am. But we've got Mark Thor, one of the modders here. We've got Yoss, is a modder here. We've got Lancy Boy in the room. We've got Ross and Mods. We've got Cavalier Roy. These guys, oh yeah, I'm gonna do your mod. I promise I will do your mod. I had no idea that when modders are putting their stuff out there, they want to see your mod review. And he put his mod out and I was on holiday and I didn't review it and he was gutted. And I didn't realise how important it was. But for the guys out there that are modding, and map making and doing that and putting their hard work in, thank you, because you make the game brilliant and immersive, and you take the game that we're already getting from Giants and you just take it that bit further. So thank you guys for what you do. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you.
So with that, thank you guys all so much for coming. Yeah, oh no, I'm gonna get there. Yeah, so we're gonna finish up the rest of our giveaways. You guys just stay up here and help me with that. We'll have you guys just go down the line and draw. We'll do the Legos last because those are the coolest, I think, so. Yeah, DJ and I went to the Lego store earlier this week and just rated it, so.
I wasn't told I had to bring anything, so we're all Lego.
Yeah, I take responsibility for that. I should have told you. But yeah, so I want to say thank you guys for all coming. This is a bigger turnout than we would have ever imagined, and this has been amazing for us. And if you guys have any feedback for us, feel free to reach out to any of us and let us know. And if you want to see this in the future, let us know, or anything you want to see different. We're excited to do more of this kind of stuff in the future. Anything we can do to give back to the community is kind of what we're all about. So we thank you guys for coming and enjoying that. And again, big thank you to Giants for staying late and putting up with us and for the refreshment. And there's all the guys in the back as well that are making sure the microphones work and everything like that. So big round of applause to Giants for making this happen. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so should we do a big photo? We'll do the giveaways first so we get them off the stage. Yeah. Okay, you're in charge of that. Yeah? All right. I'll get rid of all my garbage merch first. We'll do that. Get that all out of this stupid stage. My suitcase was half full of it. Okay.